Hello, and welcome everybody to this automotive technology video. My name is Nick Dimitrakopoulos, and today's topic is the channel component test for multi-gigabit automotive Ethernet. For this reason, I have invited my colleague Jorn Pfeiffer, who is also our representative in the Technical Committee 9 of the Open Alliance. Jorn, welcome, thanks for joining me.
Hello, Nick.
So I just heard that the TC9 working group released a draft version of this multi-gigabit automotive Ethernet for channel components. Can you give us some insights of this specification?
Yes. So it looks like we have more or less the same measurements like there should be done in the 1000-base-T1. So we have mode conversion, return loss, insertion loss, characteristic impedance measurements like we saw already in the 1000-base-T1.
Thank you. So I saw you brought your ZNB8 here. What have you prepared for us today?
Today we brought a ZNB8 vector network analyzer, and as a device under test, we have a Rosenberger fixture, a mated connector pair here, which you should use for the measurements in the multi-gig. So
I heard you mention impedance measurements as well. So I guess the TDR option is necessary to have for the ZNB. So can you show us a little bit about your measurements that you have done?
Yes. So here to show you that this is a very good fixture and a very good MDI test head, I show you some measurements here which I have done. These are the return loss measurements you can see here on the top left side. So you see that this mated connector pair has a return loss of up to 5.6 gigahertz of better than 30 dB and very low insertion loss. And down here, Nick, you mentioned the time domain option, and here we use the time domain option to have a look at the characteristic impedance. And here you see that it's only 2 ohms away in the maximum from the reference impedance of 100 ohms. So this mated connector pair is a very good device to do all the necessary measurements in the multi-gig specification.
Jorn, thank you very much for explaining the necessary tests that somebody developing those MDI test heads, for example, needs to do for the multi-gigabit Ethernet. So would you like a little bit to explain us what would be the ZNB configuration in terms of software and hardware for this kind of measurements?
Yeah, we have a ZNB8 up to 8.5 gigahertz here. And we use the device with the B54 with the extended dynamic range, which is always helpful to have very precise measurements. And we use the calibration unit up to 8.5 gigahertz here. Alternatively, you can use a manual calibration kit as well. And we have very precise phase-stable cables here and the K2 time domain option, like mentioned before.
Great. I'm very happy and excited to see that the same ZNB8 can also be used for the multi-gigabit Ethernet speeds. Jorn, thank you very much for coming here today and showing us the latest from the Open Alliance. So make sure, if you want to find out more information about our solutions and the cool videos that we have, go to our Automotive Ethernet solution page. Stay safe and healthy, and I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.
Bye-bye.